few days later it was here. It could go very right or very wrong, but turns out it was neither, although I haven't found that out yet. I turned it on and it looked like it was, well, turning on and working, which was a good sign. After a brief test, I finished the assembly that the instructions told me to finish, which involved putting on some sticky pads and a mini-mop, making sure that the battery was still there, and clicking in the brushes. Then came the moment of truth.
Here, in the domestic habitat of suburban kitchen tile, we witness one of nature's most remarkable events, the first journey of the bargain robot vacuum. After remaining dormant in its cardboard nest, the diminutive creature cautiously emerges. Notice how it hesitates at first, its sensors adjusting to the strange new world around it. With a gentle whir, its distinctive call, the vacuum takes its inaugural rotation. Each movement is tentative, exploratory. It bumps gently against a tile edge, retreats, and changes direction. This primitive navigational behavior is essential to its survival. Here it will spend much of its brief life cycle moving in mysterious patterns, gathering sustenance in its modest collection chamber. As our observation of this budget-conscious cleaning automaton comes to a close, we must acknowledge nature's unfortunate constraints. Despite its initial promise, our humble specimen has revealed significant limitations in its evolutionary design. The creature appears bewildered. By the slightest change in terrain, a tile edge becomes an insurmountable cliff, a room's corner an eternal prison. Its cleaning migration patterns leave vast territories completely untouched, a curious inefficiency in what should be a methodical species. And yet, against all expectations, it does manage to collect some debris in its rudimentary digestive tract. Like the dodo bird of domestic appliances, this $10 marvel occupies a precarious niche, more suited to entertainment than survival in the competitive ecosystem of household maintenance.
Before I completely gave up on it, I decided to test it in a room with a different floor. But the voice were sounding tired, so I put it on charge. After a brief recharge, the show was back on the road. The office/living room has a lot of dog hair in it, because I have a dog that sheds a lot, no matter how much we brush the fur out. To skew the playing field in the cognitively challenged appliance's favor, I placed it in front of a strategically aligned trail of dust and canine hair. It ingested about 2/3 of it and continued on in a different direction. To be fair, it ran a bit better than in the kitchen because the office floor is relatively flat. I didn't really expect this vacuum to learn the outlet of the room like the more expensive ones do, but even then it managed to miss the majority of dust that the room has. It eventually made its way under the gaming chair wheels, and even with the absence of tile gaps, it managed to get completely incapacitated by a rogue laptop charger cable. I let it run for about 10 minutes and turned it off. The collection chamber was mostly empty, and everything that it managed to collect was either wrapped around the wheels and brushes or on the small mop thingy. Based on this experience, it was time to give it a rating. For function, it gets a generous 2 out of 10. For the battery life, surprisingly adequate 9 out of 10. For the build quality, a begrudging 5, considering its price. And for the overall score, well, all I have to say is I'm back to doing vacuuming the manual way.
As we withdraw from the experience with this precarious little machine, we are reminded that in both nature and technology, you do indeed get what you pay for.